you've read anything about the team that created Expect Referrals, you would know that we're marketing professionals. That's where we got our start. So it was very important to us to put a feature inside the Expect Referrals software that gave you the ability to advertise or market your sharing program or your referral program to your customers. Because if they don't know you have a program, then they can't use it. So integrated into the Expect Referrals platform is the ability to set, customize, and send emails to your customers letting them know about your program. Now to access this feature, we're going to go to the dashboard, click the Promote icon, then go to the Promotional Emails icon, and you need to log in from here. Now if it's your first time logging in, you may need to put your password in, but once you've done that one time, you won't have to do it again. Now, before we move into the system, just want to let you know that sending these emails are an additional cost to your monthly subscription, but you pay as you go. The cost is 5 cents per email plus $5 per blast. There's no commitment. You don't have to sign up for a monthly subscription or pay for the number of people you have in your list. However, if you do find that you're going to be sending emails on a more consistent basis, then we do have monthly plans. Just give us a call and we'll work that out. But from here, let's go ahead and log in. Let's see how it works. Now, the very first thing you need to do is create a new campaign. So let's click Create a New Campaign. And you're going to want to name that campaign. So let's see, we're going to go ahead and call this one Customer Advertise Email. And let's call it January because we're probably going to do one more often. Now this is the name that you create for you to recognize the ones that you've created, not anything that the recipients are going to see. When we move to the next field, this is what the recipients are going to see. This is the subject line. So let's not use the same. Let's call it the Tell a Friend Plan. Okay, and then you want to put who it's coming from. So we're going to make this email from me. And click the next button. Now we need to figure out what kind of design we want. So we have pre-populated this with 2 professionally designed email templates, and we will be having more. So you want to check back to see when those come on to play. And these are the 2 we can choose from. Or you can import your own design if you've got designs that you've used from the past, or if you want to hire a designer and have them make something special for you, just take the HTML and you can use this feature to upload. Or if you want to just use a plain text only email, then you can select this. But for this purpose, we're going to go ahead and select one of ours. Like I said, we've got 2, one with the girls and one with the women having coffee. Let's go ahead and select the first one and click Next. And now we can start editing. Now, not every field, not every section is editable in this email. Anything that is editable has the edit button. Here's one over the logo, and here's one over the text. As you can see, this image in the banner is not editable, so there's no edit button. Let's go ahead and edit this logo because I don't want the I recommend a friend logo. I want to put the Expect Referrals logo because that's who it's coming from. So the choices of things we can do are either add a link or remove this image. Well, let's go ahead and remove this image because we don't want to use it. And let's choose our own. So we click Choose File. And then we're going to scroll through, and I'm going to go to Logos, and I'm going to pick the ER logo. Double click on it, and automatically it's populated. Now, in addition to putting a logo in, we go back to our Settings button. We can also add a link for that logo. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the Expect Referrals web page as a link so that when someone gets this email, they can click on the ER logo and automatically take them to the ER site. When you're done, click Save Changes, and there you go. Now let's go ahead and do that same thing for this text area. So click the Edit button, and all that text is populated. And we've already written some default text for you, so you can read through it, see if you like it. If not, you can make changes. So let's make a simple change. Instead of have we got a deal for you, let's change it to a discount. And let's go ahead and make that word blue so it stands out, and maybe let's make it a little bit bigger so it stands out. And you can also insert a link to any of the text. You can insert personalization. Let's go ahead and do that. So have we got a discount for you and your friends and family, comma, and let's insert a first name. Now, when you upload your data, which we're going to show you how to do in a minute, we're going to map these different fields to your list, but these are the fields that you can automatically put in for personalization. You can also add quick links like forward to a friend or preference center or unsubscribe, and you can also add social sharing, a like button for people to like your email on Facebook or to tweet about it. Once we've made all of our, oh, and one more thing I want to just point over here. Let's click this button. Again, as if with the Expect Referrals software, you can also open up the source code. So if you've got HTML coding experience at all, you can go in and make some additional updates and changes, a little more than you can just with the editing tools. Let's click Save Changes, and as you can see, it actually occurred in real time as we were doing it, but there you see, there's the changes that we made. You can also edit this button. You can either pull one of the images off the button library or put any button that you want. We've made this button a link to your social incentive sharing site. So it's already there. The link is already there. If you want to remove that link or remove the image, you can do so, but we've already done that for you. And then also what we've done for you is we've pre-populated your footer with the information from your My Account page. And if any of that information is incorrect or you want to change it for any reason, you can do so here, but we've already done that for you. Now let's go ahead and look at the preview and see what our email looks like. So this is what it's going to look like when it gets into your customer's inbox. As you can see, it's missing the personalization, and you'll be able to see that once you upload your list and do that mapping. Now let's go ahead and define the recipients for who gets this list, who gets this email. Now we've got two options. We can choose people from a subscriber list, but you have to have the subscriber list already put in, which we don't. So we're going to have to go back and do that. Or you can type in the recipients manually, which is kind of a pain. So let's stop right here. Let's click Lists and Subscribers, and let's go ahead and import a list. So we're going to create a new list, and we're going to call this the January customer list. And we select the type of list it is, whether it's a single opt-in or a confirmed opt-in, and then click Create List. Now it is our first list, so let's go ahead and click that button. And you can either manually add them, or we can import from a file. So I prefer to import from a file because it's just easier. Now, we want to make sure that the list that you upload is the appropriate kind of file. So you have to literally click a button to confirm that this is a list that you've not purchased, that is not older than 2 years old, that people have opted in from your site. If you use lists that are not CAN-SPAM compliant and there is a response back from those people reporting it as spam, more than the usual normal amount, your account will be taken down. So you really want to make sure that you use an appropriate list. Now ours is, so we're going to go ahead and click confirm and then proceed with the import. And we're going to choose the file. So click choose file, and mine is on my desktop. It's called test list. And as you can see, it's been uploaded, and now let's import them. And there we go. Our list has been imported, and now we need to map them. So the first thing is the name. So we went to make sure that the name is associated with the name field. Okay. Now we actually have in our list the first name and last name is separated. So we're going to change this to name as well. Then let's go back because we don't want to call it the name because we have the first name as name. So we want to create a new text field. Sorry about that. And we're calling it last name. So I'm glad I made that mistake. Over here is the email address, which it did port correctly. Over here, we actually have, this is the price plan. So we're going to go ahead again and we're going to have a new text field. These are our Expect Referral subscribers. And this is the date that they signed up. So since that isn't one of the drop downs, we're going to create a new text field and it populates what is in our database. And let's click next. Now it's importing and it's putting it all together, and we have 414 new subscribers in this list. Okay, wonderful. So our list is imported. Now we want to attach that list to our email. So let's go back to our overview. And as you can see, we've got our customer advertised email, which we just created. So let's go ahead and click that and open it up. And we want to define the recipient. So it has remembered where we were. Remember, this is the last thing that we left on. And we're going to use recipients from an existing subscriber list. And now we get to choose. Oh, we didn't choose. Okay, so made an error message. Sorry, we couldn't do it because I didn't choose which list I wanted. Oop, my bad. Let's go ahead and click January customer list. See, we make mistakes too. Click the next button. Hope we make mistakes so that you can watch them. Make sure that you don't make the same. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead, now that our email is created and our list has been defined, let's test it. So we go to the test and define section, and we can do a couple things. One is we can choose a random person from our list so that we can see a live preview of what something's going to look like, okay? And then we can send it to whoever we want. You can send to up to 5 email addresses without having to pay for it, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and have it sent to jody@expectreferrals.com, and I'm gonna click send the test email. And our test campaign was sent. Let's go check it out. Let's open up our mail, go to my Expect Referrals account, and here it goes, our tell a friend. And here is our preview. Wait for that image to pop up. There we go. Here's our banner. Here's our ER logo. Here's our discount. All right, great. So the preview looks good. So we're going to close it. We're going to go back. Now you can also do a spam test. Now there's an additional charge to doing a spam test. It's $8. But one of the great things about doing that is when you use the spam test, you can get a report back as to how many of the email clients might consider it spam. So when you do that, you can really, especially if you're going to be using the same email template and the same language and the same images over and over again, this is a really good feature to try, because then you can tell if you need to make some modifications to keep it out of people's spam folders. But we're not going to do that right now. I'll let you play with that one on your own. We're going to, well, we already did the test, so we're not going to do it again. So we're going to click skip the task, which is going to take us to our campaign delivery. And you set up whether you want it to go immediately or if you want it to go sometime into the future. And then click pay for this campaign, and that's where you can put in your credit card information and you can pay for this campaign. Well, that is how you use the promotional email section, and we hope that you find this feature and this service valuable to you. And as always, if you have any questions, we are here to help. Oh, before we go, when you're done, click the log out button and it will take you right back into Expect Referrals. Thanks so much. You guys have a great day.